everyone, if you are new here, my name is Brunel. For those of you who are not new and returning, a special thank you. Welcome one and all. So today we're doing a foundation review. I'm not going to do the whole full day, probably wear it for about 4 or 5 hours and then we'll be able to see. And it is this new baby here from Makeup Revolution. It is the Makeup Revolution Skin Silk Serum Foundation. Comes in 20 shades. This one is shade 13.5 and it says here, according to them, it says if I can see this properly, it is soft as silk, light as air, powered by skincare. Revolution's first ever light to medium coverage skin loving serum foundation is here, enriched with hyaluronic acid and peptide complex to plump and hydrate your complexion. It also says available in 20 shades. This lightweight, breathable foundation glides on for an undetectable, your skin but better feel. Apply sparingly for subtle coverage or build for that second skin effect. Skin Silk is housed in a luxe glass bottle with built-in pump for precision and greater control upon application. So, those are the claim. Apparently suitable for everyone's skin. Now, my kind of skin, this happens all the time with my voice, ignore that. My kind of skin is very, very oily, dehydrated and sensitive as well. So those are the 3 concerns, but as well as that, I've also got a little bit of hyperpigmentation, not so bad now, but also enlarged pores around the cheek areas, so there's a bit of texture there, but to a certain extent, most people have texture anyway. So those are the concerns. I usually go for matte foundations, or I'll go for, actually, if I can find them, mattifying sort of demi-matte skin serums or skin tints, and I love those. But we're going to try this and see if this blurs the skin and so on. So this is, as I said, what the bottle looks like. The shade 13.5, before we really get started, actually, there is a bit of a problem with the shade range. There is a huge jump between this shade that I got and the next one. Now, the shade before this, which is 12.5, is for tan skin with a red neutral undertone. Not me, my undertone is not red. My undertone is not neutral. It's usually quite warm and yellow. 13.5 is for dark skin tones with a golden neutral undertone. So I can get away with golden, but then the next shade goes to 15 for deep skin tones with a neutral undertone. So why they didn't do it 14 and 14.5, I have no idea, because I think I would have been better suited to that. So the other ones, 12.5, was way too light. So I'm hoping, I'm looking at this and this is too light. In my opinion, this is way too light, but thank goodness I'm not going out today, so I'm going to accept that and say, yeah, it's too light. I'm just going to quickly apply this mattifying primer, because I always wear a primer anyway. This is Rimmel primer. It is the Rimmel matte primer. So just going to apply that quickly. Okay, so primer is now dried, so it's foundation time. So it has got a pump. Oh my god. Here we go. Actually, it's not too bad. It's slightly thick consistency. Oh my god. Okay. I'm just gonna. Oh, yeah, that is light. Probably actually put too much. Has a bit of a smell. It's not bad, but yeah, it's a touch too light, as you can see, but it could have been worse. It could have been much worse. It's quite generous with its time, so you don't have to rush to blend it in, so it doesn't dry too quickly. Yeah, I mean, it is too light, as you can see, but we'll make it work. So So this is the first layer. It does look a bit ashy. Yeah, I mean, that's why I tend not to go for neutral undertones, but it's not bad. Let's apply a second layer and see what it looks like. I know it looks like a lot, but all these dots are all from one pump that I just spread evenly across my skin. I actually love the finish. It's not actually as dewy as I was expecting. In fact, there's hardly any shine. It really blends into the skin. It's lovely. It's just the shame is the undertone is off. I think, I mean, obviously it's too light. If they'd had maybe a 13.7 or a 14, but with a golden undertone, then I would have been happier. But this is too light, but I do like the finish. It's lovely on the skin, and obviously definitely buildable. Oh my god, this looks so bad. Oh my gosh, thank god I am not going out. It does feel so lightweight, really lightweight. I love how light it feels on the skin. I like that it's really buildable, and you can pick and choose whether you want to go light or not, and it very much is like your skin but better. Because the time now is 11:32 and I want to wear this for at least 4 hours. Normally, if things are really bad about the foundation won't last on my skin 2 hours, then it starts getting really oily. If that happens with this one, I'll come back at the 2 hour mark. If not, I'll be back 4 hours afterwards. But for now, I'm just gonna go through this and do this as quickly as possible. So I'm just using a contour one from Fenty. For bronzer, I'm actually going to go with this. This is the MUA Makeup Academy bronzer, cream bronzer in espresso. By the way, the shade for the Fenty contour stick was also espresso. This is what it looks like. Normally I don't use both bronzer and contour, but you know, with the foundation being too light, I am hoping that yeah, I can tone things down a little bit. The concealer I have on my face is from Zara, which is one of the creamy concealers. They're so nice. Luminous Creamy Concealer. The shade is W941. And it blends really nicely. Alright people, so this is with all the cream products in place. I know it seems looks a bit off because yeah, the undertone is not quite right. I don't like the fact that it's got neutral. If it was all golden, I'll be a lot happier. If I was maybe a 13.7 or a 14, I'd be a lot happier. So we're just going to leave those ones aside. Formula wise and how it looks on the skin, beautiful. Honestly, beautiful. Lightweight, much more matte than I was expecting. I was expecting dewiness, and it's not. It really looks like skin. Beautiful so far. But I'll go and finish off my face. It is now 11:47 on my phone here, so I'm just going to go and finish off my face, and then I'll test it for a few hours. So back shortly. My camera's about to die, so this is what the makeup look looks like. Hopefully the memory card is a bit dodgy, so hopefully I'll be able to come back later on. But look at this. I absolutely love it so far. Oh, I may have to go and buy the other shade and mix them together and see what come up with. But yeah, see you later. Good evening everyone. It is now 17:20, so 5:20. Hopefully you can see it here on my phone. So this is what my face looks like. I have not touched it once. I've not touched it up. I've not done anything. I've not, you know, kind of used any oil absorbent paper or anything. I've not done anything to my face. My nose started feeling a little bit, but that's my nose, because I've technically breathe from my nose, hands and feet. I'll get hot usually from my nose first before anywhere else. I have no idea why. So this is what it looks like, and I've got a little bit of shine here under my nose, but honestly, for what I was expecting, which I did not think that this foundation would work so well, so well, and be like this. It is beautiful, beautiful. Recommend it, hands down. My only gripe, and it's a major gripe, is the shade range. I just don't understand the jump between 13.5 and 15. Honestly, if they had a yellow undertone, I would be right in there, especially if they went for a yellow undertone at 13.7 or anything like that, or 14. I would be right in there, or even a golden undertone if it comes to it. Then I'd go for it. But really, hopefully they'll do what they did with their first foundation that they did, where they then kind of expanded on the shade range. Maybe they just want to see whether it sells or not, but it is a beautiful formula. It is lightweight, it is skin-like, it is just gorgeous, and what can I say? What can I say? So I've been able to do loads of things today, and I've been actually cooking, and if you don't believe me, look at the splatter all over the t-shirt I've got here marked. I was cooking pasta, so the tomato sauce just went everywhere, all over my t-shirt and everything. So there you have it. But people, honestly, if you can find your shade, it is beautiful. If you can buy a couple of shades and mix them together and make up your shade, I would still recommend this. Even if you have oily skin, I would definitely recommend it, because it's just gorgeous. Gorgeous. Thank you for watching, and I was going to say stay safe. Do we still say that? Yes, why not? Stay safe where you are. Bye.